Hey guys, so today's video is a mini tea of things happening on the internet. So subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement. Please do, because it helps to push videos out. So today's video is very kindly sponsored by Casetify, who are giving you guys 15% off if you go on casetify.com/Angelika Oles. Now, you guys know I've been sponsored by Casetify for a really long time and I have way too many cases, but I recently got a new phone, so they sent me some new phone cases. So if you're buying a new phone or if you bought a new iPhone 13 like I did, get yourself some new cases before you drop it. I remember one time when I was like 17, I worked a job and I saved up to buy a new phone, and I dropped it a week after I bought it and it cracked because I was not using Casetify. I was not smart, and I am, and I've not cracked my phone since using Casetify. So they have the Impact and Ultra Impact cases. You guys know this if you're a viewer of my channel. So Impact phone cases can be dropped up to 6.6 feet, and Ultra Impact can be dropped up to 9.8 feet. And that is due to the Chi-Tech protection. It's like the bumpers on the sides. They work great. Trust me, I drop my phone all the time. All the time. I'm just dropping it around because I am clumsy. And I also drink way too much coffee and my hands are shaky. So, yeah, it's not a great combination. Obviously, the holidays are just around the corner with Black Friday and then Christmas. If you guys need a very nice and thoughtful gift for someone in your life, then I think phone cases are like a great thing. They're super practical, but these are also super cute. So you're getting like a 2-in-1. And I just think it'll be a great gift for someone, mainly with a discount. You guys are getting like a great deal here. There are so many designs, from like pre-made designs to monograms to custom designs. You can pick the color, the font, placing. Like, you can really do a lot with Casetify. There is an antimicrobial coating on all the phone cases, which eliminates 99% of bacteria, which is amazing. They're also 100% non-toxic and non-hazardous. The Impact and Ultra Impact cases are made of 65% recycled material, which is just super fun and fresh. And they're compatible with 5G, which is in all the new iPhones. If you got the new iPhone and you're worried about that, don't be. So like I said, you guys can go on casetify.com/Angelika Oles and you'll get 15% off your new favorite phone cases or someone else's new favorite phone cases if you're getting them as a gift. So let's get back into the tea. So Josie Canseco is Logan Paul's ex-girlfriend, also a model, I believe. Yeah, just like a bunch of things. Instagram person. Anyway, her and Logan broke up a while ago. And since then, she's been kind of flirting on and off with Bryce. Apparently, her and Bryce Hall are like besties, but then they're like kissing, and it's just a lot going on there. She's been doing a lot of things to kind of like gain popularity, gain attention. I don't know, you know, just posting a lot of things recently. One of those things being unfollowing Bryce Hall on Instagram. People noticed, people spoke about it. They're like, what's going on? To liking tweets about Logan Paul, and apparently he has stinky feet. Okay, and Logan Paul actually reacted to that in a vlog.
I found this following tweet that was liked by Josie Canseco yesterday. Logan Paul's feet smell like salami. Is that true?
What? She liked that? What?
Do your feet smell like salami?
I didn't think so, but maybe they do. Maybe they do, Dave. Maybe.
So here that is. How about we keep these things a little bit more secret? Like, let's just not talk about everything. We don't need to know about Logan Paul's stinky feet, actually. Let's just move on, please. Then we have Dixie D'Amelio, who actually, there was like a leaked song of hers that was leaked, as per the description. And apparently people are saying that it's shading Addison Rae, and this is after a lot of rumors and allegations that they're like not friends. So they were friends for a while when they were all in the Hype House, obviously Charlie, Dixie and Addison, and they all went their separate ways and left the Hype House. And since then, people have been making rumors about, you know, them not liking each other and them not, you know, them shading each other, etc., because they don't really hang out that much anymore. And this song leaked, and it's about like, you know, oh, you wish you were me, essentially. It's like this really shady song. Dixie actually posted on her spam account explaining this is like a pitch song. So this wasn't like written for her necessarily, and it's basically a pitch song. It's just kind of like when people write songs and then sell them to other people. So it's completely like not personal. And this song was also pitched around the time when they were all still friends, like very close together. So this couldn't have been about Addison, but people think that there is some kind of conspiracy theory with them or shading each other. Then we have James Charles. Ariana Grande recently released a makeup line that people have been reviewing on the internet, and obviously James Charles reviewed it in his new surprise video, honest review of Ariana Grande's Rem Beauty. Now, if you guys don't know the significance of this, back in the day when he was still friends with Shane Dawson, him, Shane, and Ryland did the video together. He used to do those challenges where one person does one side of the face, the other does the other, and you see who wins. And they asked him who the rudest celebrity is. And he said, hands down, Ariana Grande. Apparently he, she followed him on social media. They had like an interaction. Her fans weren't too happy about it, so she then unfollowed him and completely like cut contact with him. He thought that was really rude and shady, and he basically mentioned that. Since then, he said that he regrets doing this. I remember he did like a Q&A thing on Instagram stories, and I didn't actually talk about this. People asked him, his biggest regret on the internet, and he said that that was like the biggest regret of his career, which, to think about the amount of stuff that he's done, for this to be your biggest regret, let's think about that for a minute. Okay, let's just think about that for a minute, because it's, he said, that was his biggest regret, because it wasn't actually true. Like, he very much over-exaggerated the story, and apparently they sorted it out behind the scenes later on, and they're fine. So he posts this video, and immediately people are like, oof, are you going to be shady? Because obviously you don't like Ariana Grande, she doesn't like you, like, what's the tea? He then responds to a tweet, and I don't have the tweet anymore because it has been deleted, but he quote tweets it. It was something to do with like, oh, so you're not going to address your drama with Ariana Grande, you're just going to review her makeup line and act like you're not being biased. And he says, I filmed an intro talking about the drama from 4 years ago, apologized for being a dramatic teen who got upset over someone they loved unfollowing them, and explained that we talked all good and moved on, but I cut it out because I knew no matter what I said, this would be the response. Lol. He was going to publicly apologize and address it, but because he knew people would still not believe it, he wasn't going to do it, as if that doesn't warrant still an apology. Like, he could have just said it, even if he thinks that people are not going to accept it or believe it, he could have still just done it for the sake of an apology. Because I think if you have something to be sorry about, you have to say sorry, even if you think the other person won't believe it or forgive it or accept it. If you think you've got something to apologize for, just do it. But that's my opinion on the matter. And that is that for James Charles. And let's get into Gabbie Hanna. So obviously I haven't been talking about Gabbie Hanna because not a lot has been going on. Obviously, we had the 12-part/13-part/14-part series that was planned, and it was never finished. So there were a few episodes being posted. There are a few episodes that she posted, but just never finished it. And then she basically said that she's quitting the internet, but still hasn't quit the internet. So posting on Instagram, posting on Twitter and TikTok. Recently released a song and then some promo for that on YouTube and on TikTok. Now, also, a lot of her channels have been rebranded. So a lot of them say that like the content's been deleted off them, including, but not limited to, Gabbie Hanna's podcast that she had with Irene and her ex-boyfriend. So Irene Walton being one of her best friends, probably her best friend, like the best friend that she has had for years now. And Irene was there through thick and thin, through highs and the lows, doing the whole thing. Definitely defending Gabbie Hanna along the way through everything. And this is important, they were having this podcast together. They started out just them two, and then Gabbie Hanna's ex-boyfriend would come in. Obviously, ex-boyfriend now because they did break up due to the pressure of everything going on. Allegedly, that was kind of like the reasoning. Since then, the podcast has been rebranded, just like all of Gabbie Hanna's channels. It's been blacked out, all the content is gone, which means that Irene is out of her job as the co-host of the podcast, which must not be a nice feeling because this did seem to happen out of nowhere, like pretty abruptly. And since then, people have noticed that Gabbie Hanna and Irene seem to not be friends anymore. So Gabbie Hanna's unfollowed Irene on everything, and I tried to... It's difficult on Twitter because on Instagram you can just look up people's following list, that you can search it up. On Twitter you can't search it up, you have to scroll. So I tried to do a little sneaky way to get around it, but here are my findings. So on Instagram, Gabbie is not following Irene. And then I went on Irene Walton's Twitter, and because I follow Gabbie Hanna on Twitter, if Gabbie was following Irene, that would show up. Because obviously there's that like followed by, and then it'll be a bunch of people that you follow. But the only person that I follow that follows Irene is Kat, the journalist from Insider. But I follow Gabbie Hanna, and Gabbie Hanna's not showing up on that list. And then I found a thread from October, basically end of October, Halloween day. And someone said, okay, I thought you might have unfollowed because they're no longer friends. And someone said, wait, what do you mean no longer friends? Aren't they still friends? And someone said, Gabbie unfollowed Irene on everything, so it doesn't seem like they are friends anymore. And the last thing of them that I found where they still seem to be friends is from around August time. And it's a tweet that someone posted saying, Gabbie Hanna and Irene Walton on Instagram stories, happy birthday, Irene. And it was around the time of her birthday. So that's back when they were still friends. So it seems like the rebranding of the channels and the getting rid of the podcast seems to be kind of like out of thin air, spur of the moment kind of a thing, and maybe Irene just wasn't okay with it, basically just being out of her job out of nowhere, because they seemed to be fine literally a few months ago, and now they're not. And this all comes after Gabbie Hanna basically just like deleted all her content everywhere, which if Irene was being paid, and I'm sure she was being paid from the podcast, it must suck to be kicked off. And it does seem like this wasn't like a planned thing. This was like Gabbie Hanna was doing this series, it didn't go the way she thought it would, the way she kind of planned it, and then just decided to delete everything, and that would put Irene out of her job. So maybe that was like the breaking point for their friendship. Now I'm speculating, but you know, we still also have that Red Table Talk interview. I've been waiting for that, and it's just not coming out. So obviously there's that Red Table Talk series on Facebook, and I've been stalking it, and it's still not coming out. It's with Perez Hilton and a few other people, and they basically talk about Gabbie Hanna's career, the ups, the downs, the drama. Perez calls her out, she calls Perez out. You know, there's like a lot in there that I'm assuming it would be nice to talk about, but that still hasn't come out. And it's been, I feel like this was announced like a month ago. Where is the Red Table Talk episode? I want to see it. I want to talk about it with you guys. I want to summarize. I just don't know when it's coming out. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that. But this was sent to me in DMs about the whole Irene situation. And I thought it was pretty interesting because Irene did seem to be the last person that Gabbie had that was kind of like there through everything. Because like you guys know, Gabbie Hanna seems to have a tendency of not holding on to friends, mainly the ones in LA. So she came to LA and she was friends with, you know, Jesse Smells, and that didn't work out. Alex James, that didn't work out. The Vlog Squad, Trisha Paytas, the Escape the Night crew, Tana Mojo, like a lot of people are in and out of her life, and Irene seemed to be kind of like a constant throughout everything. So the fact that even Irene has now left and Gabbie Hanna's ex-boyfriend have left leads me to think that there is a lot going on behind the scenes that we haven't seen, including like getting rid of the podcast and just a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And if someone so close to Gabbie is allegedly not friends with her anymore, it kind of speaks volumes on the whole situation. But that is just my speculation and my assumptions. You guys let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.